I am really baffled because I don't understand the case with the beautiful lawmaker Natasha Akpabio. In fact, the fact that I call her beautiful now, I'm already doubting she is going to come up with a harassment case against me. I heard she has accused Reno Mokiri and line of several men, on this. He's asking me out, he wants to sleep with me, charge. What is the case? Because I, I'm a caveman. I don't have an iota of understanding of what the fuck is going on in any space, especially in online and especially in politics. What is the case? What is going on? I heard it's a tussle between the Senate president and her, and I've seen videos of her, standing all sexy to the Senate president, and now they are fighting. What is happening?
This is a senator from Kogi State.
Oh,
Senator Natasha Akpabio.
It seems all these Kogi babes, they are always looking fresh and fine.
Anyway, I actually disagree. The thing is that the situation is that because I will let people pick. So the issue is that it happened. The issue started to the rest of the public.
Okay.
When on the day when the Senate president reassigned the seats of senators, her included, and she was meant to sit somewhere else other than where she usually sat. And she decided there was an outburst. The video is on channels. There's an outburst, and she was telling the president she's not afraid of him. She went as far as she was trying to speak from where she was, and she was being silenced from the position she was. She was citing order 10, which is a special situation in the house, and the Senate president was shutting her down, and that was it. And it escalated. She was escorted out of the premises and everything like that. Then she went on Arise TV, and then she explained more on the issue. She said she made it clear that ever since she had rejected the passes made at her by the Senate president, her life has become miserable in the Senate House. She said she's facing a situation like when a lecturer is asking a girl out and the girl is rejecting it, and then she's failing as a result. She said that's what is happening to her. She said he was telling her that, and she cited the day when the harassment happened. Okay. And that day was 8th December 2023, a day before her birthday. Note that she is birthday mate with the Senate president and one other Senator Jerry Bay. So they celebrated their birthday together in the Akpabio Stadium on December 9, 2023.
Interesting.
So that December 8, 2023, she said
they don't have issue throughout 2024.
I will get there. There was an instance. So in that December 9, 2023, that December 8, 2023, she said they went to Akpabio's house because they were in his state, Cross River. So they went to his house, and then he was showing her and her husband around his house. And then he started walking with her fast while holding her hands. And then he was telling her that does she like the house? Is it beautiful that she can start coming there and stuff? Which she said was him making passes at her, and that was what happened that day. The next day was the birthday. She posted at 11:52 or 11:42 at night of December 9, which was her birthday and the Senate president's birthday. She had glowing words about the Senate president and everything. I wonder why. I don't know why.
The same day that the passes were made at her.
The day after. Immediately.
The day after the passes were made at her.
She posted videos of them at the Akpabio Stadium, I think.
Interesting.
It was cozy and all that. She was saying legends are born on, I think geniuses are born on 9th of December. It was a very fun post.
Yeah, December.
So I wonder why, maybe at that point she had not really. Then another incident happened in 2024, which was a situation where she was speaking when she was not supposed to speak in the house. And then the Senate president was calling her to order. And then he used words that were unbefitting, which were like, he was saying that the Senate House is not a club. It's not a nightclub where anybody can just speak anyhow. And then he apologized for that statement. I think that was another incident.
Who apologized for the
statement? The Senate president.
Okay.
He apologized for saying that it's not a nightclub and everything. So then that was that. Then in 2025, on that day, that's when she had that outburst, and then she made that claim. Next thing was that she submitted a petition filing the sexual harassment stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately for her, it was dead on arrival, according to the ethics committee that was on it. Why? Because it was not properly filed. The petition should not carry the name, the signature of the person that is signing, that is of the senator. It should be people that she is writing the petition for, not like a personal matter and then you have a personal signature on it, which was the case with her. She's a lawyer. I wonder why she went with that. I don't know. Then it was regarded as dead on arrival. Then the Senate committee came to clarify that it was not because of the sexual harassment issue that she was that the stuff was rejected and all, although it was seen by a many of the people in the public that was why that incident happened. So then she went to IPU too. I think she went to IPU to submit another petition about how she was harassed and stuff like that, and how she's been silenced, that she was suspended. Which IPU is a place that attends to IPU is International Parliamentary Body, which attends to state versus state, country versus country issue. But she submitted her personal petition there, and many people who are well versed in the stuffs are telling us that they won't consider it. So it was just like a kind of a show. Funny thing was that she was not like Nigeria. She was not a representative of Nigeria in that place. She just went there on her volition. She was invited she went with the Senate president the year before. They went there together. So she claimed that she still had she was on the mail list, so she went on her own and everything. So that was like, to me, it looked like a lot of a show was going on. Now, the real legal questions that are here, because we are not here for the story. We are not here for the Twitter sensation stuff.
Okay.
The real legal questions that are here was it right for the Senate president to change her seat in the first place? Because if you remember, that was where the story started. That was why I needed to narrate that timeline. Now, according to the standing order of the Senate as amended, the Senate president reserves the right to assign seats to senators.
To anyone?
To senators. So it's nothing out of the blue. Now, if you are wondering why the Senate president was shutting her down when she was making a point from a different seat, it's because every senator must raise a motion in the House from the seat assigned to them.
Okay.
According to the standing order of the Senate House.
Of the Senate House.
Every senator
So she's flaunting the House rules.
Which was why she was suspended. Okay, I don't think I mentioned the part where she was suspended.
You briefly talked about it.
She was suspended I think she was suspended for 6 months, which in any way is too much, to be honest. The suspension was rather unreasonable. Security was pulled off. Different things were like unusual, but it's not uncommon. Senate usually suspend people arbitrarily, then they go to the court and then the court overturns the suspension. That's what usually happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Dino Melaya and co. They always do this arbitrarily, and then it is even wrong to suspend someone for more than 14 days. It's usually unnecessary. So most suspensions by Senate are usually over that, and then they will overturn it, and then the person will get back to the office. Why our situation is different is because, one, she is a woman, and then she had filed sexual harassment charge, and people are thinking that it's because she filed sexual harassment charge, that's why they are punishing her, and she's making a great show of it. I'm not going to disagree with that, because she's really riding on that wave with the IPU stuff and different stuff, because things like that should go to court.
So what you are seeing is that you are seeing a drama baby here.
I think it's just, I won't call it cloud chasing. It's because it might be a strategy, but it's like trying to get people's sympathy over something. Because this, if we are going to remember, why I'm speaking like this for the audience is that I'm speaking like this when we are here on Legally Speaking. There are no evidence as regarding sexual harassment claim.
Okay.
So I'm not taking that as something that has happened.
It's not substantial, and it cannot be presented in the court of law. There's no evidence of
let there be evidence. Let the matter be resolved in court. We go through the evidence. We listen to the decision of the court over that, and then we are going to work based on that. This is not about emotions. This is not about
And
how we
then
feel.
I have this idea that the Bible says something about the gift of the Lord is without repentance, and I said the gift of men are with conditions. So if maybe you are having some special privileges in the house before, they throw sexual advances at you, you say no, they remove their special privileges away from you. I don't think if they are doing that within within the constitutionally provided and the rules of house engagement, I don't think there is anything wrong, such as the Senate president being able to assign seat.
That's the funny thing about stuff like this, which is the fact that as long as it is the person not doing anything wrong, like if somebody is carrying you in his car before, and then he decides to make sexual advances at you, and then you reject, and the person does not carry you with his car again, that one is not.
I don't see anything.
I think where it is wrong is when you are denying what is deserved for that person just because you made advances at that person and person rejects.
I don't think any denying of
in this situation we have not seen such instance,
because obviously you have been assigned a difference which the president has the right to do.
She made a claim on Arise TV, which was that there is an Ajaokuta motion that she has been raising for a long time that was continuously being stepped on, and then she said she went to the office of the she went to meet with the Senate president. The Senate president was telling her that he has to make her happy and we fast track it. There is no evidence to that outside of her words. We don't know if she made it up. We don't know if it's true. We don't know if it's wrong. But we cannot treat it like truth in this podcast.
But she made such claim.
So if there can be a veracity to that, I will say that is wrong. That's quid pro quo and totally wrong in such situation. But if it's about
but I thought bills often have sponsors, actually,
Yeah,
and does the Senate president not have the right to say this bill is welcomed or that bill is not welcomed?
No, he does. It's not his position to outrightly reject a bill.
Okay.
But him saying that he can fast track it and stuff like that, him really making that statement that if she makes him happy, it is what is wrong, which is like asking for a bribe to do stuff. That's why I'm calling out that if that is actually true, because that might not be true. We don't know.
It's awards.
We don't. There are no. This is no evidence in any court or anything.
I don't think she provided any video footage or any audio recording.
No such. It was just a statement, which can be a lie. So that's not. So I just want that to be clear. But there is such claim. That's just the point I'm making. And that claim will be a problem because that's asking for something to do what should be done normally and stuff like that. So if it's those kind of stuff, I understand sexual harassment, but outside of that, our case does not really have merit.
So at the end of the day, there's nothing really substantial going on here. It's just a crybaby that just wants public sympathy and attention. A Senate member that is
So far, that is the case. Because let me tell you why I think that. Why I think that is that if you really have a strong issue, a strong case, go to court. That's what the courts are for. Not
this
cause drama.
And drama.
But she
and
preferred the drama ways, like going to IPU, going to places that are not going to resolve the problem, going to Arise TV, going to TV channels, going to places that will not resolve this problem if this is a real problem. Because I understand, I agree that sexual harassment is a real problem. But if this is a real problem, go to the right channels. The fact that someone who is a learned fellow,
and the funny thing is that she has a history of filing lawsuits. I think she even sued her husband.
The funny thing is that I read that what's the name? Lawyers claim that was not true. That was manufactured. We don't know whether or not it was manufactured, but they denied that was true. The one about her husband. Okay. But the one that was released out of Reno Omokri, which she claimed that he sexually harassed her and stuff, and then he started bringing proofs and all that, and we later discovered that it's lacked merit.
Did she file a lawsuit in that regards?
I don't think. I don't think
that Reno was saying
because I know Reno was the one that
was of the opinion that I wasn't at the event.
Yeah, he
I
was giving out 50,000 to anybody that can provide a picture of him at that event.
at the event.
Yeah,
And
he
there is
provided
this
evidence-
woman making wide claim that Reno is
and
actually
he provided evidence that he was actually in a different place. So
interesting.
it was
So
a
what we
messy
have
situation.
here is a drama baby senator.
So why we say she's a drama baby is the fact that she is a learned fellow, not just a random senator, not just a senator that does not know anything about the law. She's a learned fellow, and instead of going through the proper channels legally to pursue her matter, she's going to places where she will just gain cheap public sympathy. Rather than we get into the bottom of this issue. That is why I think she's...
So I believe the people
A
that are
drama
watching
queen.
this are learned fellows too. They are people that are interested in knowing the nuances and the crinkle crankles of situation. You have heard it. You have heard our own narrative. We have given you what we understand, what we have been able to gather from the media, from different opinions, from different quarters. And what we will find is a drama baby senator and a Senate president that is just doing his job, And all the allegations we have seen are not proven, they are not solid, they are not grounded in anything, no evidence.
And if it's about word against word, the Senate president denied the allegations too. So I think
Burna Boy,
word cancel word.
a Grammy-winning artist, Burna Boy once said that you go explain, tire, no evidence. So what we see is just explain, no evidence. So with that, I will leave you to judge and decide who do you think is right here, who do you think is wrong. Is there any real issue that we have not tackled on this Akpoti? Is it Akpoti or Akpoti?
Akpoti.
On this Akpoti issue. I will see you in the comment section where we further this discussion. Till then, I'll see you next time on Legally Speaking.